I am so honored to present the 2015 inductee into the Women's Hall of Fame, Barbara Finkelstein.
Thank you, Nita. Thank you, my Congresswoman. Thank you for all that you do for women and for all of us in Washington and for the fight that you put up every day. I want to accept this award, really, on behalf of everyone who works at Legal Services of the Hudson Valley, many of whom are here today, and board members, because recognizing me is really recognizing the importance of providing free civil legal services to every member of society who is facing a fundamental civil legal problem but can't find an attorney because they can't afford it. Many people don't know that you're not entitled to an attorney when you have a fundamental civil legal problem. And by fundamental, I mean a roof over your head, food on the table, clothing for your children, and freedom from violence. But you can get an attorney if you have a minor criminal infraction, but not if you have a civil legal problem. And that's really a shame, and that's why I'm participating in the National Civil Rights Council movement, and I'm hoping that's going to spread around the country. I also want to recognize my wonderful family who are here today, my daughter Leah, my son William, and my husband Sean, because as all the women in the audience know, how hard it is to work full-time and raise a family, and you need your family's support, and I've always had it from my wonderful family. So I want to thank you. I have devoted most of my adult life to the mission of providing free civil legal services to all those who need it. And when I first started, Legal Services of the Hudson Valley was called Westchester Putnam Legal Services. And we were in one building, and everybody shaking their head, in White Plains, and people thought you were kind of crazy if you thought that society would ever care. And Lucille Oppenheim has been on the board since I came and was president when I came. Would anybody ever really support that? Do people care? And now, 20 years later, I can say people do care because we're Legal Services of the Hudson Valley. We're in 7 counties. We have 120 staff members, 8 offices, and a $14 million budget. We started getting funding in Westchester County. Westchester County is a huge supporter of Legal Services of the Hudson Valley. And we started getting support under a Democratic administration, and that support has grown under Rob Astorino. And I want to thank Rob. I know we had to leave, but he's really, he and his administration have been fabulous partners, as you said. Most of our clients are women and children, and I know you're not going to be surprised by that. Over 70% of the clients we serve are women and children. And that's because the people we serve are low income and disadvantaged, and most of the low income people in Westchester County in particular are women and children. As a matter of fact, 32% of households headed by women have income below the poverty guidelines. And that makes it very, very difficult to survive in Westchester County, where the National Housing Coalition estimates it costs almost $60,000 a year to provide for a family of 4. So we are seeing, you know, Anita said there's over 600,000 people eligible for our services, and I think people don't believe that. In Westchester, there's almost 200,000. And so the challenge is great, and I hope that all of you here today will spread the word about how important it is to fund civil legal services, to have a right to counsel, because when people are facing these life-altering problems, they really need counsel. And it also helps stability in neighborhoods. Everything we do provides stability for women, for men, and for children. I just want to tell you about a couple of new initiatives that we have to help women, and one of them is to provide immigration services for victims of domestic violence. We've always provided family law services, but last year, with the help of Westchester County, we were able to start providing immigration legal services for victims of domestic violence. And that is so critical because when women are abused by men, and they're not in this country legally, they're terrified of losing their status and being deported. So giving them the right to petition to become a resident of the United States on their own is really critical to helping them end the cycle of abuse. The other area that we are expanding services for women in is our Veterans and Military Families Unit. We started that unit with the help of our dear friend who passed away last year, Pat Lanza. But we are continuing her work. We're going to continue it, and we're going to have a focus on women. And that is what Pat's wanted, and that is what we're going to continue to do. Because women coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq have special needs. Not just VA benefits, but they suffer from sexual trauma, mental health issues, family law issues. And so we're expanding our unit to help them in the 7 counties with all these needs. And we're hoping, and we have Assemblywoman Amy Poland here today, we're hoping to hear some good news from the state. We've been trying to get some extra money for our veterans unit, and we think we're going to be getting some good news soon. So I want to thank all of you again and wish Camille the best, and I know she's going to be on the mend. And don't forget, spread the word about how important civil legal services are to everyone you meet. Thank you.